one of the greatest advancements in technology in the transmission industry, and I know it's something that the guy down on the corner doesn't have, your general repair facilities don't have, and we do because we specialize in transmissions, are these transmission line flushers. They keep the cooler in the radiator clean if you have a transmission that fails. Now with this here particular machine, it's just so much more advanced than the machines that we used to use back when I first came into the business, which basically pushed a solvent through the lines. You didn't know it wasn't auto-reversing, it wasn't pulsating. This is state-of-the-art here. The pulsating portion of this transmission line flusher, as in the old days, you would just send fluid in one way and it would come out off the other line, the return line. Well, on this type of a machine right here, it will alternate between the pressure and the return side of the transmission cooler, which is something that we didn't have way back when. We just pushed the fluid through the one way. One of the useful things of this machine right here, it allows us to monitor the fluid flowing through the transmission cooler. This is something that we didn't have in previous design models of a transmission line flusher. This right here is our temperature gauge. It lets us know how hot this fluid's getting, because in most cases, you'll notice that this is at 144 degrees. We will run this machine until it gets up to 160 to ensure that the thermal element is opened up and we're actually properly flushing the transmission cooler in the transmission. These things are set on timers. What we'll do is we'll originally start it out at a 30-minute time cycle. And at that point, when the cycle's done, the machine's going to shut off. But I'm going to actually reach over here and turn this machine off right now. And what we're going to do here is we will hit this little clean out line. And this is the true thing of the beauty of today's transmission line flushers is we'll pull this off, and I'm just going to reach over here and spin this cover off of there, and it's going to show us a screen. And when we get the screen right here, this is what we're looking for. We're looking to see if we have debris on the screen, because it's passing through the cooler. As it's cleaning it out, it's going to leave the deposits here on the screen. And that's another way of us checking how clean this cooler is. This one has only got one little piece on there. We're going to knock that off of there and make sure the screen is clean. We're going to put it back on there because we want no little pieces of metal on here to ensure that we do actually have the transmission cooler that's in the radiator clean. And after I got this machine, I was surprised how well it worked, because we monitor transmission temperature as we're road testing these things down the road. And after purchasing this machine, on general, we were running, say, 10 to 20 degrees less than we did with the old transmission flushers. And the reason being is that they just clean just so much better. So let me turn this back on again, and we'll come back here and monitor it in 15 more minutes to see if it's totally clean, because that's what we're going for here. At Express Transmission, transmission repair is our specialty, not a sideline.